Hello, at the Ventura College Career Center, we'll teach you how to build an effective resume. This is just a little disclaimer before we start the presentation. Resumes are personal and they're going to be different from person to person. Also, your resume is never complete. It will grow with you as you progress in your field. To briefly discuss resume basics, your resume is a summary of your relevant skills and experience. Since you're bringing this topic to your next interview, this is your new boss's first impression of you, so you want to stand out. There are three main types of resumes, and you'll learn about them all today. They are chronological, functional, and hybrid resumes. Let's start with a little quiz question to test your knowledge. What do you believe the average time an employer spends reviewing a resume? Is it A, 30 seconds, B, 7 seconds, C, 1 minute, or D, 12 seconds? It surprised you to hear that it's letter B, 7 seconds. We're briefly going to talk about formatting, and our goal is to keep it simple. We recommend using a singular font, like Times New Roman. The font should also be 10 to 12 points in size. In order to brand yourself, you might consider bolding your header information. That includes your name, email, and phone number, as well as your additional section headers. When it comes to margins, have them be a ½ inch to an inch in size all around your content. Key components of a resume include relevant sections, like a header with your contact information, an objective statement, a skills section, a section for your work experience, and an education section as well. We wanted to give you a brief summary of all the section headers as well. For your header, you should include your full name, phone number, and email. An example is on the slide. For the skills section, if you're a STEM major, you can include equipment you've used within the classroom. A skills section will help you bridge the gaps between student life and real-world positions by explaining to the employer that you've developed skills during your classroom projects and that you can transfer them to a new job or internship. For your professional summary, make it a concise statement, only a few sentences in length. This statement will demonstrate your transferable skills. For your education section, put your school's name along with the city and state. If you just recently graduated high school, include your school's information. For either high school or college, you'll want to include the dates, degree, or diploma information as well. For the experience and volunteering header, you can also include presentations, like demonstrations and lectures you've led. On this slide, we have an example of a chronological resume. You'll notice that the student has their contact information at the top, followed by an objective header, skills, education, and experience sections. We encourage you to follow this similar template for your own resume. The next example of a resume we have is a functional resume. You'll notice that the headers are in a slightly different places. Of course, the student has their header information at the top, followed by a summary of their skills, professional accomplishments, work history, and an education section. Of course, it's crucial you have a well thought out resume, but we also want to make sure that you consider your skills section. The job description is basically a roadmap with everything the employer is looking for. Take your time and study the job description. Make sure you pay attention to their minimum and desired qualifications. When it comes to your own resume, make sure you tailor it to the job description as much as you can by using keywords and matching their language. In the digital age that we're living in, it's important to consider AI and how this digital tool can impact and affect your resume. We acknowledge that AI is a great resource to get started when writing a document. It can get you beyond staring at a blank screen and can also direct you in using keywords. However, applicant tracking systems, or ATS, have been used by large companies for years and has developed the resumes of candidates by searching for keywords. We caution you that you're able to back up your previous experience in interviews and not over-embellish. The person that you wrote about on your resume needs to be able to reflect you in real life. Additionally, just as if it were a homework assignment, make sure that you don't directly copy and paste from ChatGPT. The next step after this presentation would be to come into our Career Center, located in the Student Services Center building at Ventura College. Once you come in, we can start a resume appointment and give you a very special packet for additional tips and tricks on that resume. At first, when writing your resume, don't be afraid to write out everything in its entirety. Take the time to think of everything you do at your job from the moment you come in to the moment you leave. Take note of the software, websites, and systems you use in your current position, as well as the people that you interact with. When it comes to accomplishment statements and experience, think about numbers and metrics. It'll give your next employer the ability to quantify the previous work you've done. Regardless, please take the time to come into our center soon. We look forward to seeing you and have a great rest of your day.